exams. So please do visit the AKS IAS Academy, which is one of the premier institutions in India. And about me, I am Sandeep Bhushan Tumala, and my credentials are: I have 10 years of teaching experience for civil services. I teach international relations and internal security, and also the analysis of the Hindu newspaper. And this session will definitely help you to crack prelims and mains examinations, because I would be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases throughout my lecture, wherein I would be doing my daily news analysis, and through the daily news analysis I would be focusing on the keywords and the key phrases, and this will certainly help you to identify, and I will make you also get into the mode of identifying the factual, analytical and conceptual questions, factual, analytical and conceptual questions for the prelims point of view, by identifying or by emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases. You will definitely gain more score in the prelims examinations. And not only that, I will make you also understand the importance of the keywords and the key phrases, wherein you are supposed to definitely imbibe in your answer writing, which is for the mains examinations. When you imbibe the keywords and the key phrases in your answer writing, that is for the mains examinations, wherein your answers will be definitely precise and concise. And once your answers in the mains examinations are precise and concise, which is being demanded by the UPSC or the State Public Service Commissions, wherein you will definitely score higher marks in the mains examination. So therefore, by imbibing the keywords and the key phrases, or inculcating the habit of imbibing the keywords and the key phrases in your prelims and mains examinations, certainly you will crack the prelims and mains examination, not only in 2020 but also in the year 2021. And this session is in regards to the daily news analysis, that is today's 3rd August 2020. And here I would re-emphasize and reiterate my tagline, that is Sandeep Bhushan tagline, that is I would be emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases. This is the key mantra for your success in regards to UPSC or State Public Service Commissions, wherein this will help you to clear both prelims and mains, and also be very comfortable in the interview. So my tagline goes ahead as emphasizing on the keywords and the key phrases. So before I get into the topic, I would say a very good morning to everyone, to all who are in the live. Anusha Reddy, Sohail Arfat, Praveen, Dhanushya Suvarna, Madhu, Harika, Vivek Mishra. Very good morning to you all, and welcome to AKS IAS Academy, which is one of the India's premier institutions. And this session is in regards to daily news analysis by Sandeep Bhushan Tumala, that is me. And before we get into the daily news analysis, there is a quote of the day, or quote for the day. The quote is very motivational. A little progress each day adds up to your big results. So what is important is that definitely we would be focusing on the end, that is the end result. So what is important for you to gain the end result is definitely a little progress each day is very important, because if you are not really progressing daily, so that will not really add to your big results. Only when you have a little bit progress each day, then that will definitely add up to your big results. That is your goal. That is your goal. So definitely your goal is to crack civil services or state public services commissions, especially UPSC civil services examinations. So when your goal, you have to reach your goal, definitely there have to be little progress each day. LPED, there has to be a little progress each day, wherein that progress will definitely add to your big results. That is your goal. So definitely daily, I mean each and every day progress is very important in your life. And Yadava is also joined. Malvika Sajivan, very good morning to you. And this is a quote for the day. And I hope everyone, the civil servant aspirants, do focus on the progress, that is a little progress each and every day, because we need to make sure that we are working daily. No doubt we are working for the goal, but we need to emphasize that particular day wherein we are actually present on that particular day and trying to make sure that we are getting into the mode of preparation, not only preparation, progress in the preparation. And now we'll get into the topic, that is Pakistan is behind Chinese info war on border standoff. So definitely we have seen the kind of skirmishes to the face of between India and China along the LAC. Along the LAC, we have been listening to this since almost from the month of May. And then again we have looked into the disengagement plan. Disengagement plan, we have looked into the keyword between India and China in regards to the LAC, that is line of actual control, the issue which is between India and China along the LAC. And now the news is in regards to little bit different, but which is focusing the LAC. But what is here important is that many of the Chinese accounts, when we are talking about the Chinese accounts, it is in regards to the Twitter accounts, it is in regards to the Facebook account, and it is in regards to the YouTube accounts. So definitely what are the keywords here is that we need to make sure that there is definitely a kind of campaign which is going on. So what is the keyword here? What we need to look at is that the disinformation campaign. Disinformation campaign. So when we are saying it is a coordinated disinformation campaign, CDC. So coordinated disinformation campaign is being taken up aiming at India. Please do understand. So this coordinated disinformation campaign is targeted, or it is aimed at India. So who is doing this coordinated disinformation campaign? Is definitely, the answer is Pakistan. The answer is Pakistan. So Pakistan is having a coordinated disinformation campaign against India in regards to the false information, in regards to providing false information. So Pakistan is providing false information through coordinated disinformation campaign against India. How? By using the Twitter, by using the Facebook, by using the YouTube. So this, they are using it and they are uploading the images, that is the videos. They are uploading the videos which are in regards to the, especially what has taken place between India and China along the LAC on the July 15th. On the July 15th, that is our brave Indian soldiers, 20 brave Indian soldiers were martyred. So this, all that entire the skirmish face off between India and China, here what is very important is Pakistan is going ahead with the providing false information through Twitter, Facebook and YouTube accounts by a coordinated disinformation campaign against India. So this is very, very important. Look at it. Why it is important is that it is part of internal security. It is part of our internal security. So definitely it is spreading a false information, and now if you look at it, it is been traced to Pakistan. It is been traced to Pakistan. Why we are not blaming China here? Why we are not blaming China? Why we have looked at that it is been traced to Pakistan? Because Twitter is banned in China. Please do understand, Twitter is banned in China, although it can be accessed by using virtual private network. So it is banned in China. Twitter is banned in China. But no doubt Twitter can be handled, can be accessed. That means you can have access through a new concept. Please do understand, through virtual private network. So how this happens? It has been traced to Pakistan. That is what is important. And look at the way government of India has made it very clear that the way the coordinated disinformation campaign which is being taken up by Pakistan through the Twitter accounts, Facebook and YouTube has been identified and it has been traced to Pakistan. And we have done an analysis. There is an analysis that how this has been morphing. So morphing has been taken place. Morphing. This is an again very important keyword here, which you need to use while you are writing an answer. So morphing has been taken up by the Pakistani people through the Twitter account using BIOS, basic input output system. By using basic input output system, that is they have gone ahead with changing the language Mandarin to Urdu. What is Mandarin? That is the Chinese language. Mandarin is Chinese language. This is also very important for prelims for State Public Service Commission, which is a language which is used in China, is Mandarin. And that Mandarin language is been morphed by Urdu, or Urdu before morphing over into Mandarin. So earlier it was Urdu. Why? Because why we are saying this is because of Pakistanis have gone ahead with a coordinated disinformation campaign by using the Twitter, Facebook and YouTube, wherein they have actually the Twitter accounts of Pakistan through the Twitter, Facebook and YouTube. The language Urdu is morphed into Mandarin, so that people will get to know that it is a Chinese Twitter. I mean, the tweets are being originated from China because they are changing or morphing the Urdu language to Mandarin language. And one such account is Joing637, which was earlier Inarbin. So this is a Pakistani account, but it is changed to Chinese account. Look at it, how morphing is been done. And then again zapping, which has been handled as AXPX, which is again earlier previously treated in Urdu, but now it is been tweeted in Chinese language, that is Mandarin. And then Yasif is also had a Chinese name. So all this, if you look at, there is the Chinese, there is a Pakistani which is involved in making sure that it is trying to defame the India or Indian government. And how they have used this? They have accessed these accounts using a loophole on Twitter. This is very important. Loophole. This keyword. Please do understand, all these are very, very important for prelims point of view. So loophole. They have had the access to these accounts by using a loophole on Twitter. What does it do? The loophole, it allows the user to change the profile, change the name, and then they can handle the entire Twitter accounts or else Facebook or else YouTube. So what is the keyword here? Please do write it in your answer. By using the loophole on Twitter. So this is very important. So Pakistani, by using the loophole on Twitter, have gone ahead with an disinformation or coordinated disinformation campaign against India, and that has been traced by our Indian government by analyzing. They use stock profile photos of Chinese soldiers which look authentic, and they have used, these were active after the LAC class, that is after July 15. After July 15. So definitely they have used this BIOS, that is basic input output system, and then they have morphed the Urdu language into Mandarin language. And how did they get into that entire access? That is by loophole, using the loophole on Twitter. Okay, before I get into the next slide on news, I would say very good morning to David, Madhavi and Gopinath. Very good morning to you all. And then there is another news which says that NGT states felling of coconut trees. Felling means cutting. Felling means cutting of coconut trees on Agati. So we will look at where is Agati, and this we will look at again in regards to the ecology and environment. Ecology and environment point of view, and also geography point of view. That is map based. Geography map based questions, based on geography map based questions. And then Subbarao has also joined. Very good morning to you. And then what the who has raised the concern is the National Green Tribunal. So the keyword here what we have to focus in this news is National Green Tribunal is the keyword wherein we need to focus, which will be very important for prelims as well as mains examination. I will tell you why prelims, for ecology and environment and also geography map based questions. So National Green Tribunal has granted an interim stay. What do you mean by interim stay? That is temporary, ad hoc, temporary or ad hoc stay. Ad hoc stay in the sense that whatever the cutting of the coconut trees are being taken up on Agati has to be stopped. So that is what the southern bench of National Green Tribunal has given or granted an interim stay on felling of coconut trees. So where this interim felling has been done, I mean stay has been put, it is on Agati Island, which is in Lakshadweep. So this is why I am saying it is important for prelims geography map based. So as the Agati Island is in Lakshadweep, wherein there the Lakshadweep Islands, the cutting of the coconut trees are taking place. When the cutting of the coconut trees are taking place, so the petition has been filed in the National Green Tribunal, and the National Green Tribunal has given an interim stay on the cutting of trees on the Agati Island in Lakshadweep. Fine. And now here what is important is this National Green Tribunal has constituted a committee to find out whether there is any violation. Please do understand. First is they have gone ahead with the stay. They have initiated and stay that there should not be any cut of coconut trees. First is this stay. And the second one is the tribunal has come up or setting up a committee. It has set up a committee, and that committee will look into whether there is any violation of integrated island management plan, and this is very important for prelims, more than prelims, for mains examination, wherein while you are writing an answer you need to mention this keyword integrated island management plan. And I am making it very clear, this is very important for prelims ecology and environment mains point of view. So the tribunal has set up a committee in making sure that whether there is, this committee will look into whether there is a violation of integrated island management plan which has been approved by the Lakshadweep administration. So the Lakshadweep administration has approved the cutting of the coconut trees in the Agati Island, and that is been, a petition is filed in the National Green Tribunal, that is in the southern bench, has given a decision that they will go ahead with the interim stay, that is temporary hold, that the trees will not be cut, and that later on they have also constituted a second one, that is the committee, and that will look into whether there is any violation of the integrated island management. And when we look at this, IIPM was formulated. This was formulated on the basis of a report submitted. So it was formulated in the sense it was constituted by the report submitted by the Supreme Court appointed expert committee. So there was an expert committee which was set up by the, or constituted by the, appointed by the Supreme Court, and this expert committee was headed by the former judge of the Supreme Court, that is R.V. Ravindran. These are all very important for prelims point of view, because when this IIMP, that is Integrated Island Management Plan, was formulated, it has come into action. It was come into action on the basis of a report submitted by the Supreme Court, that is, which has constituted an expert committee, and this expert committee was headed by the former judge of Supreme Court by name R.V. Ravindran. This is very important for prelims point of view. So expert committee which has been appointed by the Supreme Court was headed by R.V. Ravindran, and it has submitted a report. Based on that, IIMP has been constituted, Integrated Island Management Plan. These are the important keywords here. The keywords here are National Green Tribunal, Agati Island in Lakshadweep, Integrated island management plan, and then expert committee. These are very important. And now with the image, I will show you why the applicant, the petition has filed, because he says that definitely by cutting these coconut trees, all these coconut trees, by cutting the coconut trees, the local residents will lose income and it will also face environmental disaster. So the locals, by cutting of the trees, the locals will lose income, first one, and then there would be a environment disaster. So there are two reasons why there has been a petition filed in the NGT, National Green Tribunal, and this trees on the coastal island will also act. So all these are acting as a green belt. So the green belt, that is the coconut trees, when it is cut, it will lose the income, locals income will be lost, and environmental disaster will be definitely being faced, and that will definitely have an impact during the cyclones and other natural calamities. So it will have the impact during the cyclones and natural calamities, So why, if there is a cutting of the trees, what will be the impact by cutting of the coconut trees? Locals will lose income, environmental disaster has to be faced, and then if the green belt is totally cut along the coastline of the Agati Island in Lakshadweep, those people, locals, will also face a very bad impact, negative impact, because of the cyclones and then natural calamities. So you have here Agati Islands. So this one is the Agati Islands. Agati Islands. Fine. See, look at it, is in Lakshadweep Islands, which is in Arabian Sea. These are all very, very important for prelims point of view. That is what I have said. Geography map based. For geography map based, it will be very, very important. So the Agati Islands, Minicoy Islands, or you can say even this one, there is lot of news in this, Kavaratia, and then Chetlat, Androth. These islands are in Lakshadweep, which are in Arabian Sea. This, you have Minicoy, you have Bitra, you have another island which is also called as Bangaram Islands, and then all these islands you need to keep a track from north to south. The islands from north to south, you need to keep a track for prelims point of view. They might give you Chetlat and then Agati, Androth, Agati, or Kavaratia and Minicoy, or else Chetlat and then Bangaram, Agati, Kavarati and then Minicoy. So from north to south, this is very important for prelims point of view. And this is the coconut trees, wherein we are talking about the green belt. This is very, very important for prelims point of view, geography map based. Gopinayak, okay, good morning. And this is an additional information. This is additional information which I am providing you for the prelims and also mains examinations about National Green Tribunal, because the southern bench of the National Green Tribunal has given or granted a stay on the cutting of the trees, So what is very important is that we need to understand or know about the National Green Tribunal. Why? Because as I said, the keyword here is, National Green Tribunal. Whenever I say the keyword, you need to further again get into that, how best we can try to again look at how it will be important for prelims as well as mains examinations. I said here also one more keyword, Integrated Island Management Plan. So these two keywords are very, very important for prelims. Why I am saying all this is because you will definitely score high marks. You will clear prelims very comfortably. Mains, you will score high marks when you know these keywords and the key phrases. When you are able to identify the keywords and the key phrases. So it has been established on October 18th, 2010. So National Green Tribunal has been established on October 18, 2010 under what? Under the National Green Tribunal Act 2010. Under National Green Tribunal Act 2010. And then it has been effectively and expeditiously disposed of cases. So why this NGT? The main reason is the main purpose of National Green Tribunal to be established by the National Green Tribunal Act 2010 is to dispose the cases. Dispose in the sense is to look into the cases. What cases it will look into? It will look into environmental protection. It will look into the cases which are related to conservation of forest. It will look into the cases in regards to the natural resources. So what cases it will look into? Effectively and to expeditious disposal of the cases, that is environmental protection cases, conservative of forest, and then natural resources. These are very important for mains point of view, and it is a specialized body. Why it is a specialized body? Because as we said, it disposes effectively and expeditiously cases, and it is a specialized body, and it has the expertise to handle the environmental disputes. And if you look at that, India is the third country in the world. Earlier it is Australia, and then it is New Zealand, which has set up a specialized environmental tribunal. So please to understand, this is National Green Tribunal, however you pronounce tribunal. And India is the third country after Australia and New Zealand. And if you look at the developing countries, India is the first. India is the first country in the in part of the developing country to set up an exclusive or specialized environmental tribunal. And then later on, it was formed by replacing the National Environment Appellate Authority. So prior to the National Green Tribunal, what it was? It was National Environmental Appellate Authority. So after Environmental Appellate Authority, it has been replaced. It was replaced by National Green Tribunal, and it was replaced in the year National Green Tribunal was established on October 18, 2010. And it looks into cases environmental protection, conservation of forest and natural resources. Third country, India is the third country. It is a specialized body because expertise are there. And the third country after Australia and New Zealand, but in a developing country, India is the first. And it draws an inspiration from Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, which assures to provide a healthy environment to citizens. And this point is very important in regards to the mains examination. Why? Because the National Green Tribunal has an inspiration from Article 21 of the Indian Constitution, which ensures or which assures to provide a healthy environment to the citizens of India. Discuss or comment for the mains examinations. So what is important is you need to focus always the keywords. Different from polity, any keyword which is falling in environmental or ecology. So in ecology and environment, there is a polity. What is that? The Article 21 of the Indian Constitution. The NGT draws inspiration from Article 21 to assure to what? To provide an healthy environment to the citizens of India. So Article 21, which is very important for mains point of view. And then Niranjan Sagar has said, nice explanation, sir. Thank you very much. So definitely I would re-emphasize that you would be certainly helpful by my lectures, that is daily news analysis. And then the NGT has 5 places. As I said, it is in New Delhi is the principal place, that is the headquarters you can say. And then you have the other one in Bhopal, Pune, Kolkata and Chennai. So 1 plus 4, that is 5. Please do understand. These are all again very important for prelims point of view. Headquarters, the principal place or the headquarter is in the New Delhi, and then you have the other regional one, Bhopal, Pune, Kolkata and Chennai. And then why I am saying this Chennai is here, why we are looking at is here, because here if you look at, see today's news, it says the southern bench of the National Guinea Tribunal. So based on this, there might be a question framed in the prelims. Southern bench of National Green Tribunal. So when there is a southern bench, so you need to understand which is that and how many are there. That is 1 plus 4, totally 5. For this, it is very important to look at this, how you need to focus on each and every keyword. So southern bench is Chennai. Has looked into that Lakshadweep Islands, and NGT deals with civil cases, as I said, under 7 laws. This again is very important for prelims and mains examination. And Anjanelu has joined. Very good morning to Anjanelu. Welcome to AKS IAS Academy, that is Daily News Analysis by Sandeep Bhushan, that is me. And then these 7 laws, NGT deals with the civil cases under 7 laws, and these 7 laws are Water Act 1974, Water Cess Act 1977. So it is Water Act of 1974, Water Cess Act of 1977, you have Forest Act of 1980. These are the 7 cases wherein the National Green Tribunal deals with the civil cases. And the 4th one is Air Pollution or Air Prevention and Control Pollution Act 1981, and the 5th one is Environmental Protection Act 1986, and the 6th one is the Public Liability Insurance Act 1991, and the 7th one is Biological Diversity Act 2002. And these seven laws are very important, as I am saying, for prelims as well as mains, because while you are writing in the mains, if you are able to put these 7 laws, definitely you will score couple of marks, extra couple of marks. If there is any question in regards to the National Green Tribunal or Environmental Protection Acts, so definitely you can mention this 7 acts: Water Act, Water Cess Act, Forest Act, Air Pollution Act, Air Prevention and Control Pollution Act, Environmental Act, Public Liability Insurance Act and Biological Diversity Act. So very important 7 laws which are part of the NGT, which deals with the civil cases. And there is another news which talks about credit guarantee extended to larger firms. So what is the keyword here? Credit guarantee. The keyword here which we need to focus is credit guarantee. One or the other one which we can also definitely look at is emergency credit line guarantee. Emergency credit line guarantee scheme. So this is a scheme. What we need to focus while you are reading this news for the prelims and mains point of view, because it is very important for prelims point of view. Why? Because it says scheme. Which scheme is that? Emergency credit line guarantee scheme. And what does this do? It provides loans. This emergency credit line guarantee scheme provides loans to what? To MSME. What is MSME? Micro, small and medium enterprises. Please do understand, emergency credit line guarantee scheme provides loans to the micro, small and medium enterprises, wherein in this you are having the self-employed individuals or professionals. So the loans are being granted through the emergency credit line guarantee scheme, further from the MSME route, that is micro, small and medium enterprises, to self-employed individuals and professionals also. And this emergency credit line guarantee employment guarantee scheme is part of the Atmanirbhar Bharat package. Atmanirbhar Bharat package, that is, be vocal about local, be vocal about local. And what is that we will focus here is that the finance ministry or finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said that now the credit guarantee scheme or emergency credit line guarantee scheme will be covering even to the, the loans will be covered, or it will be extended to whom? To also to the larger firms. So first it was to the self-employed people or professionals or small medium firms, but now it will be extended to the larger firms. That is very important, larger firms. And what is the total fund of the emergency credit line guarantee scheme, which is part of Atmanirbhar Bharat package, Bharat package, which our Prime Minister Narendra Modi talks about the self-reliance. That is, self-reliance through what? By being vocal about local. By being about local, we can have self-reliance by implementing the Atmanirbhar Bharat package in the micro, small and medium enterprises through emergency credit line guarantee scheme. And what is the total corpus? That is 41,600 crore. And now it provides fully guarantee is additional funding is done. Additional, that is already to the existing 41,600 crore, additional 3 lakh crore they can provide fully guaranteed. That means 3 lakh crore loans, collateral loans can be taken up. No collateral loans up to 3 lakh crores to the larger firms. Please do understand. If you are not understanding also, please do try to focus on the emergency credit line guarantee scheme, which is part of Atmanirbhar Bharat package to the micro, small and medium enterprises. And now the government has added even, it is covering even the larger firms. If you are not really worried about the corpus total amount, please focus this what I have said. Emergency credit line guarantee scheme under the Atmanirbhar Bharat package introduced through the micro, small and medium enterprises is being now covered to the larger firms. That is what the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said, has made a statement. And now these eligible MSMEs who has the annual turnover of 100 crore with outstanding of 25,000 crore on February 29, 2020 will be eligible. This is very important prelims point of view. Who are eligible? That is larger firms. I am talking about the larger firms now, wherein the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has covered the emergency credit line guarantee scheme to the larger firms who have the annual turnover of 100 crores but who have the outstanding of 25 crore as of February 29, 2020. Why all this? Because of again national lockdown, because of making sure that there is a kickstart to the economic activity, or business revival, so that economy will flourish. Fine. So this is part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. You have this 3 lakh crore collateral free. This is very important. That means they need not, whoever is taking 3 lakh crores as the loans, that is the larger firms who are eligible, who have the annual turnover of 100 crores and outstanding 24 crores, they need not go ahead with providing any documents, collateral free. That means no guarantee. They can take another 3 lakh crores. Automatic loans for business including MSMEs. This is very important. As I said, 24 crore outstanding and then 4-year tenure with moratorium 12 months. Moratorium means that is temporary suspension. Temporary suspension of 12 months on principal repayment. So initial for first 1 year there would be suspension. That means they need not pay the principal repayment, and interest will be fixed, and 100% credit guarantee covered to banks and NBFCs on principal and interest. So the banks which are, as I said, see, RBI pumps money into the nationalized banks. Nationalized banks pump money into the, we looked at NBFCs. Fine. NBFCs further pumps money into MSMEs here in this case, and then later on you have the microfinancial institutions, and also you have the NABARD. Fine. And also you have the cooperative banks, regional rural banks. So if you stop till here, MSMEs. So here what is happening is, if at all this eligible MSMEs, if they are unable to repay, then it is 100% credit guarantee covered to the banks and NBFCs on the principal, on interest. So you have the principal and also on the interest, the banks or the MSMEs will have the 100% credit guarantee. That means the government will pay the amount wherein if the MSMEs are unable to pay. So you have the 100% credit guarantee covered to the principal amount and the interest amount, and you have another keyword called as interest subvention. Interest subvention. So here in this case, what the government does is, it will guarantee only the interest. Please do understand, these keywords are very, very important. So in the interest subvention, if the government says that we are going ahead with the providing interest subvention to the loan, I mean the one who have taken the loans, waiver of the interest subvention, that means the government will pay only the interest. But here in this case, 100% credit guarantee covered to banks and NBFCs on the principal and interest. This is very, very important. So here I have also brought in the concept or the keyword called as interest subvention. Subvention means in the sense the credit guarantee or the payment, the government will pay the interest of the individuals or the businessmen or the companies who have taken the loans but unable to pay the interest. Only that will be paid, guaranteed by the government, and this scheme can be availed till 31st October 2020. So the deadline time for emergency credit line guarantee scheme, the deadline is 31st October 2020, and no guarantee fee, no fresh collateral. So this is very, very important in regards to the prelims point of view. Emergency credit line guarantee scheme, part of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan package. Very, very important for prelims, I am saying. And economy point of view. Economy point of view, prelims. This is how you need to keep on focusing whenever there is a news. So this way you need to focus. And NEP drops Chinese from language list. So the national education policies. What is the keyword? What we have to focus is national educational policy or new national education policy or national education policy 2020 is the keyword what we will be focusing. What we will be focusing in this news. So the national education policy 2020 has dropped the Chinese language. I have said in the previous, the language of China spoken is, the maximum is Mandarin language. Mandarin language. So the national education policy 2020 has dropped the Mandarin language from the foreign languages. From the foreign languages. So you have something called as native language. You have classical language. You have foreign language. So these three keywords please do understand while you are reading or going through the national educational policy. So in regards to the foreign languages, the national education policy has dropped the Mandarin language. But earlier it was included. It was included in the draft policy. which has come up in last year, that is May 2019. In 2019 May, it was present. That was Chinese language Mandarin was included in the draft policy, but in the final document, that is last week July 2020, it has been missing. They have dropped it. Please do understand, in the draft policy it was included, but in the final document of National Education Policy 2020, it has been dropped. And if you look at the foreign languages, which are the foreign languages? That is Korean language, Japanese language, Thai language, French, German, Spanish, Portuguese and Russian language are being offered, part of the foreign languages in India through the National Education Policy at the secondary level. At the secondary level, the Chinese Mandarin language has been dropped, but the Korean language, Japanese language, Thai, French, German, Spanish, Portuguese, Russians are offered or will also be offered at the secondary level. But Mandarin is not in the list of the foreign languages, even in the class 10 and class 12 of CBSE. Class 10 and class 12 of CBSE. So what is important is, what are the other foreign languages? Korean, Japanese, Thai, France, Germany, Spanish, and then Portuguese and Russians are the other foreign languages which are part of it. And we will look at a keyword called as exchange program. This is again very important for prelims as well as mains examinations. Prelims as well as mains examination, because when you are writing in the general essay, when the question is asked, definitely there will be a question in the general essay, because one of the compulsory topic is education in general essay for the mains point of view, general essay. So there you can mention about this keyword pertaining to India and China. That is, you have a program between India and China that is called as exchange program between India and China, and this exchange program has been signed in the year 2006 between India and China, part of the exchange program. What is that? Part of the education exchange program. It was signed between India and China in the year 2006. What it was? That the Mandarin or Chinese language, Mandarin and then Hindi, that is Mandarin will be taught in India and then Hindi will be taught in China. Please do understand that as per the education exchange program, which was signed by both India and China in the year 2006, has been accepted that the plan of teaching of Mandarin in the Indian school and then plan of teaching Hindi language in Chinese schools was initiated. And not only that, there was a memorandum of understanding. There was a memorandum of understanding which was signed between both the countries in the year 2012. So first is 2006 and then 2012. Again, if you look at 2014, there is one more, that even in CBSE they have introduced Mandarin. In CBSE they have introduced Mandarin, that is Chinese language, but the plan has been floundered. That means it was not successful. Because there was not much of availability of the Chinese language teachers in India in the CBSE. But in the year 2014, the introducing of Mandarin language in the CBSE was done in the year 2014, but the plan could not be successful, or it was unsuccessful because of the unavailability of the Chinese language teachers. And in 2017, the government has systematically curbed annual scholarship programs. So it has curbed in the sense it has stopped. So the government has stopped, that is government of India has stopped the annual scholarship program with China as well. So look at all these are very, very important. This chronology is very important. 2006 the education exchange program was signed, and then memorandum of understanding was signed in 2012. And as per the education exchange program, the plan of teaching Mandarin in Indian schools and the plan of teaching Hindi in China school. And then in 2014, Mandarin was introduced in the CBSE. And 2014, Government of India has stopped the annual scholarship program with China. See, here I am saying 2014 CBSE was introduced. So if you look at here, Mandarin is not now even in the list of the foreign languages, even in class 10 and 12, as I said, in the CBSE. Why this is here? Because of the 2014, 6 years back, they have introduced Mandarin in CBSE. Now, even that is been removed. And then you have another news which talks about the core sectors output shrinks to 15% in June. So what is very, very important here for economy keyword, economy point of view, the keyword is the core sector. This again is in regards to the economy. So this is the growth. We are talking about the growth of the India. And there is a data which has been released by the Commerce Ministry on the output of the 8 core sectors, because this is the these 8 core sectors are the one which are the major chunk of the entire industrial index of industrial program or output. So definitely we have to focus on the 8 core sectors. So the 8 core sectors have contraction is to 15%, showing some recovery in the May. So if you look at in the May and in the July, so in the May the core sectors the growth was 22%, but this we are talking about in the year 2020 itself, after the COVID-19 or national lockdown. But the core sectors, again the output of the core sectors, if you look at the July report, has been shrunk to 15%. So there is a decrease in the output of the core sectors from the May 2020 22%, from to July 2020 that is 15%. So there is definitely a negative trend in the last 2 months, from May, June, July. There is a negative trend which is happening, or which we can experience in the core sectors, and the one which is only having a positive trend among the 8 core sectors, the only sector which is having a positive trend is fertilizer industry. Please do understand, all the rest 7 core sectors are in the negative trend, but the only one which is having a positive growth is the fertilizer industry, So what is very important for the prelims point of view is the 8 core sectors, all of them are negative trend. May month it was 22%, but it has fallen down to 15% in the July month. And the only core sector among the 8 core sector which is showing a positive growth in the month of June is the fertilizer industry. And that is because of the in the agriculture sector, because of they are expecting, because of the normal monsoon, and there would be a better bumper Kharif season. So if you look at sector wise, the steel sector, if you look at, it is worst with 33% negative, steel sector. If you look at the cement sector, it has fallen down. It is almost, what you say, 7%, only 7%. So it is also negative. So energy sector, it is also in negative. And the coal production, it is fallen down to 15, almost 15.5%. And then crude oil and natural gas, if you look at, they have also fallen down to 6% and 12% natural gas. And the 7th one is petroleum refinery. They have also contrasted to 9%. And the eighth one is electricity generation. It has fallen down to 11%. So why we are talking, I mean the percentage is not really important, but the sector, the steel sectors, the cement sector, the energy sector, the coal production, the crude oil, the natural gas, petroleum refinery and electricity generation. So out of all this, only the one that is fertilizer industry is doing comparatively better. And now core sectors are, please do take it. Why I am saying this, I have given this again additional information which is not part of the newspaper. Why I am saying is, definitely for sure there would be a compulsory question on core sectors. On core sector, there will be a compulsory question on core sector. So the first one is coal, second one is crude oil, and the third is natural gas, and the fourth is petroleum refinery products, the fifth is fertilizer, sixth is cement, seventh is steel, and eighth is electricity generation. You can, if you are interested, please do write it in your answer book. The core industries, 8 core industries, and these 8 industries, why it is important? Because almost half of the index of industrial production, 40.27, or half of the index of the industrial production is from these 8 cores, 8 sectors or 8 industries. That is why it is important, and it has impact on the economic activity itself. It has, these 8 core sectors have the impact on the economic activities and also the industrial activities. That is why it is very important, and UPSC will certainly focus on the 8 core industries. There will be a question for sure, compulsory. It could be in the prelims or in the mains, for sure. There will be a question in the prelims or mains, for sure I am saying, in regards to the core industries. So once again, I will just say once again the core industries: coal, crude oil, natural gas, petroleum refinery products, fertilizers, cement, steel and electricity generation. So these are all the 8 core sectors. These are all the 8 core sectors, and I am reiterating my statement once again. It will be a compulsory, there will be a compulsory question in the prelims or mains in regards to the core sectors. And the question for the day is the challenges posed for the mains examination. The challenges posed by COVID-19 offers a glimpse. It is offering a glimpse into various other future threats such as climate change, natural disasters and others, which will further strain the Indian cities. So what is very important is that there could be a possibility that UPSC might frame a question not on the COVID-19, not on the COVID-19 pandemic, but based on the COVID-19 pandemic situation, how the country, that is India, would encounter future threats. That is, for example, climate change or natural disasters. And these two, climate change and natural disasters, or the future threats, will impact, or it will have a negative impact, and or it will further strain the cities in India, Indian cities. Why I am talking about this? Because of the concept of smart cities, which the India government or the government of the day is very much focused on the smart cities concept. So with the future threats, could be like climate change and from the natural disasters, how India has to be, or the government of India or the state governments have to be ready for the further strain on Indian cities because of the future, because of the challenges which we have encountered or we have experienced because of the COVID-19 pandemic situation. So what we have learned in the pandemic situation and how we can handle the future threats. How we can handle the future threats of climate change or natural disasters which will impact the Indian cities. This is how the linking is. Please do understand. So we have looked at the health COVID-19 pandemic situation, and then we are linking this health with the ecology and environment. Why? Because of the climate change and natural disaster, and not only that, again we have linked in regards to the infrastructure development in regards to the cities. So look at health, we have linked it to the ecology and environment, and then the infrastructure development. So that is how you need to focus. That is how your thinking capacity of linking various other topics into one topic. So we have linked, we have three topics here, three different topics, and we are framing one questions, and that is how UPSC will focus. The challenges posed by COVID-19 after a glimpse in the sense like glance or sight into various other future threats of climate change, natural disaster or any others which will further strain Indian cities, and how we can overcome that. Comment on it. And what we have looked at is in regards to the Pakistan behind China's info war, that is in regards to the internal security for the prelims point of view, and then here again in regards to the geography map based, and also in regards to the ecology and environment, focusing on the National Green Tribunal, and then this is in regards to the extended line credit guarantee scheme. In regards to the economy point of view, we have looked at, here we are focused on we are focused on MSMEs. Here again in regards to the IR, we have looked at how Chinese language, and then we have looked at the native language, the classical language, the foreign language. The core sectors again, which is very important for economy, for prelims and mains point of view. So this is the recapitulate of what we have done today. So I hope, I would say thank you and then good luck. So when there is a will, there is a way, and I know you will find it. So I have the confidence in you all that there is a will and there is a way for you all, and you will all find out the success. And I hope my session was informative, knowledgeable session for both prelims and mains point of view. So do like the video, share the video and subscribe the video, and visit this website, that is of Advanced Knowledge System, AKSIAS.com, and also you can reach the Advanced Knowledge System IAS Academy through Telegram link, that is t.me/AKSIAS, and you can also reach to my Telegram, personal Telegram, that is t.me/Sandeep Bhushan SBT, S capital B capital SBT. Telegram link is t.me/Sandeep Bhushan SBT. And then see you tomorrow again at 7:30 AM tomorrow, and then do maintain consistency, stick to your schedule, and then take care of your physical health and mental health. And I have posted till now 4 PDFs. Please do try to take the advantage. Definitely it will be an add-on value to your preparation for the both prelims and mains point of view. Also I have uploaded 4 PDFs, and the others who haven't still subscribed my Telegram link, please do subscribe t.me/Sandeep Bhushan SBT, because I would be posting almost daily one PDF file and a question which I am posting it giving it in your class, that is in the class daily news analysis. So you can write an answer for the mains examination, and also the PDF will also certainly be helpful for you, which will be an added value. So I would say a very big thank you, and then happy Raksha Bandhan.